Alright, what's good, guys? Welcome to my attempt at becoming a manga tuber. Name's Cass, and the channel's Cass Collects, and today's video is going to be a banger. Over here we have my pickups for the month of May. It's been a busy month. I saw a bunch of other manga tubers doing the no buying May, but we have over 60 volumes here to get through, so this is not a regular month. This is not a regular amount. I definitely don't always pick up this much, but I thought I might just start out this channel with a bang, with a big haul. So first off, we have volumes 17, 18, 19, and 20 in Origami. This is a series I've yet to start reading. However, because of the absolutely gorgeous covers and the anime, I've decided that I want to physically collect this, and I'm almost caught up, and I think the last 2 volumes before I'm caught up is going to come in tomorrow, actually. So it's going to be nice to be caught up, have another series to add to the pre-order service. So yeah, I hope I really enjoy this. If not, I at least have a friend who'd probably be interested in a bunch of the volumes, and the rest you could just sell. Okay, next up is a very good manga. This volume of My Hero Academia, volume 27, was great. It's the fight between Hawks and Twice is an amazing fight. This manga was very slow in the beginning. A lot of people is very sorry, English is not my main it's not my first language, so I fumble the words. The anime for this is getting really slow, and a lot of people are very hooked on this show and think that it's the best ever. I think the current arc in the manga is one of the best arcs that's been in this entire series, and this is finally really getting good. I wish they'd gone back to the very frequent release of these volumes, but I understand they need to let the Japanese release get ahead. But this cover is amazing. This cream white, and Hawks is just such a cool character. And Twice is also amazing. Great volume. And here's the guilty pleasure of mine. Komi Can't Communicate. I know a lot of people have dropped this manga because it gets very repetitive, and it's the 4-coma layout. But this is just such a feel-good series. Like, I can't put this down when I first start reading it. I need to finish it, and every time I finish a volume, I'm just sitting there smiling, and I wish there was a bit more romance, but with each volume it gets more and more serious and closer to what we all want to happen. Next up is fan favorite Chainsaw Man Volume 4. I enjoyed it. I am not as hooked as most people are with this, but it might get really good in just the next volume. I really don't know. I have the next couple volumes on pre-order, and I hope it's going to turn out great. Don't have a very grand opinion of this. It's good, but it's not anything groundbreaking. It's actually a very weird read to me. The art is great. But I can see why this and Jujutsu Kaisen is kind of battling for the top spot right now. The next volume is I don't even know how you say that. Before I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Volume 1. I just freaking love the anime for this. So this was just my way of throwing money at the author. It's a really fun gaming manga. However, it's not an isekai. It does, however, have a lot of isekai elements, and the main character Maple is OP, and it's just really fun and really entertaining. Volume 2 is gonna be great, and it's coming out in a month or two. Can't wait to have it. And it's Yen Press, so if you guys are interested in this, you should pick it up, because I don't feel this will get enough attention to get a reprint anytime soon. And since it's Yen Press, stuff goes out of print all the time. Now, one of my most underrated series in my collection right now is Moriarty the Patriot. I see a lot of people buying it, but not a lot of people talking about it. And this is hype. The anime is great too. And it has a second or second season, I think, going on right now. And it's just great. And it's hot guys solving mysteries, being criminals, and it's a great spin on the whole Sherlock Holmes mythos, and it's fantastic. And this volume was good. The anime is very far ahead. However, if you just want to stick to the manga, it's absolutely worth it. Fantastic series. Next one, we have We Never Learn, Volume 15. I am not caught up with this. It is very much just a romantic harem. However, it's a very fun read. It's very cute. It's very much like the quintessential quintuplets. I am not sure if this one is still ongoing in Japan or if it's a finished series, but I'm picking up the volumes as they come out, and I am very much looking forward to catching up to this. I am about halfway through what's already out, and this cover is very nice. The art is fantastic, and this is definitely the best girl. The next one is another My Hero book, but it's from the Vigilante series. Whenever I read a volume of Vigilantes, I absolutely adore it. The world building is really good. However, whenever I'm in my local bookstore, I never pick these up because there's always something else I would rather buy. However, I always think about it. So at this point, I am just considering going all out and catching up, since it's actually a really good series. And if you like My Hero Academia, you'll definitely like Vigilantes too. And it's nice to get some some background information on some of the heroes, seeing them from other perspectives than just at the school or interacting with students. Next up is one of my personal favorites, Golden Kamuy. It's fantastic. The art is great and the story is captivating. There's not much to say really. It's great. If you're into a gory action series with a lot of cooking, a lot of gore, well, a gory series definitely has a lot of gore. It has sexual content. It has big burly men. It also has pretty women, and it also has very cool symbolic scenes with the main character, and it's fantastic. It's one of my first seinen series, and I gotta say it's a great start. And if this is what a lot of the popular seinen series are like, I am looking forward to getting into more. Next up is one for the cultured men out there, Super Hex here. It's ecchi comedy kind of hentai adventures. I am not gonna open this one. This one is spicy, and it is definitely not for children. However, if you are a cultured man and or woman and or individual, a cultured individual, let's say that, this is for you. And it has an anime, and definitely watch it uncensored. It's totally worth it. Next up is the latest work from Naoki Urasawa, Asadora. So far, I am intrigued with the story of this one. However, since it's very new, I don't want to get into it. But first volume was a little slow. I got through it in an hour or so. And then this one, I just couldn't put it down. It was really good, and the mystery is really starting to take form, and you really want to read the next one as soon as you're done with this. However, it's not out yet. Definitely a series to look out for. It has classic Urasawa story elements, so it's great. Next up, another romance harem that's almost finished. The quintessential quintuplets. We all know it. We all love it. It's just great. I mean, there's not much to say. One volume left, and then the series done. It's gonna be nice to have the entire set and finally be over with collecting these. However, Kodansha keeps pushing back their books right now, which is a pain. So if you want to keep supporting them, go ahead, of course. But I am starting to lose faith in Kodansha because they keep postponing releases and keep messing up orders for me. Another book that is a newer series. It's from the creator of Manga. It's Orient. It's, I don't know. I've read the first 2 volumes. This is volume 2, and I gotta say it has potential. However, it also has it can also fall flat so fast if it doesn't get any better than it already is, and it's very much the art is completely the same as in Magi, which is to be expected, I guess. But it's just, if the story doesn't get more depth soon, it's gonna be one that I'm probably not gonna be finishing. Also, the spines are all red, even though they could have gone with the cover color. So that's also something I'm not super happy about, as they all are just gonna look like this on the shelf, which is not great. Another Kodansha manga. Next up is one I recently started since I finished collecting one longer series, so I wanted to begin collecting Nisekoi. I have no clue about this other than it's going to be a romantic comedy, and I mean, the character designs look great, and yeah, I think volume 13 is like super hard to find right now, but everything else should be a breeze. So I just hope they're gonna reprint volume 13, or I'm gonna have to go hunting for that volume. Also, it's a Viz series, so it's pretty cheap to pick up, and I'm gonna read these 3 pretty soon, so I can, you know, see if the series is for me, and if it is, then I'm gonna collect all 26 volumes. 26 or 25, I think. Right, next up is another. This is one of the shorter series that I'm trying to pick up now. Is Gabriel Dropout. This first volume had it was pretty funny. It's nothing spectacular. It definitely looks like it would be a 7C's release. However, it is yen press with that misaligned spine. Oh well, it seems fun so far. I'm getting 2 more volumes to see if it's really something for me, and if it's not, I'm gonna be selling it, I guess. Most likely just gonna collect it since it's very short so far, and I think it's ongoing. If it's not, then yeah, that just shows how much thought I put into buying this manga. Right, next up is a pretty mid-series, Fire Force. I started buying these before I watched the anime, and I really liked the beginning. However, at this point, the anime kind of disappointed, and I mean, I'm buying them to see where the story goes, and who knows, maybe it turns out good, maybe it turns out bad. Either way, they look kind of fire on the shelves with the red and white. Again, another Kodansha book that's misaligned and not good, but yeah, I'm starting to get caught up on the release of Fire Force. All right, next up is one of my big pickups, and I bought the last 20 volumes of Berserk. I already owned the first 20 from last month. However, I bought the next 20. And it's very unfortunate because it would seem like I bought them because of the recent passing of Kentaro Miura, the mangaka of Berserk. However, and rest in peace, and I hope his family and close ones are mourning. Well, I hope that they're getting through this without it too much hardship. This is a classic, I've heard, and I haven't had the time to actually start reading it yet, but I made the decision over a month ago, actually 2 months ago, that it was time to start picking up Berserk and actually give it a go. And it just, the day I got my volume 14 was the day that I heard that the mangaka died, and it was very surreal, and I kind of felt guilty for having picked up an entire set when people started panic buying all the volumes, and scalpers started trying to sell their sets for so much money. It's a shame that a lot of people are trying to get have financial gains from a person's death, and I just hope that no one is giving in to buying overpriced books from scalpers. However, if you really want to read Berserk, I would probably recommend going with the deluxe editions, since they are higher quality. I just personally like single Takobon volumes better than the deluxe editions. The deluxe editions are actually not very nice looking in my opinion, and it's however, I do like the Blade of the Immortal deluxe editions a lot, since they have a more blockier feel. They aren't as round as the Hellsing or Berserk. This is the final volume. So yeah, 20 volumes of Berserk. It's an expensive pickup, but I got all of them for pretty much retail. I had to import 2 books from the US since they were completely sold out everywhere, and I found a little shop called Things from Another World that had the 2 volumes I was missing in stock and ready to ship, which was a painless experience, and I luckily managed to avoid having to pay import fees for once, which was very nice. And my last pickup is my second favorite series of all time, and that is an up-to-date set of Tokyo Revengers. This manga is brutal. It's people call it erased with gangs, and it's just so good. And I just needed the physical copies, even though they're in Japanese, and I don't read Japanese. They're all shrink wrapped except volume 1, because I had to see what a Japanese manga volume was like. Kind of underwhelming, and it's like very poor quality paper and stuff, but they are also cheaper than the English volumes. But you just hear a lot of people complain about the paper quality of English volumes, and I'm like, you can never complain again if you've ever held a Japanese manga volume. But these boys got drip, like, okay, maybe not Takemichi, but like Draken and I'm blanking. Mikey, that's his name. They all got so much drip, and these boys are brutal. The story is amazing, and it's captivating. I literally bought all the digital volumes out that Kodansha has put out, since they for some reason refused to print this in English. Even with the anime out, they would be selling gangbusters, but nope. they refused. So I decided to pick up a set from a seller on eBay, and it got in today, and I'm just stoked. These covers are amazing, and I'm just happy to have physical copies for my collection. Since I personally prefer physical volumes of manga over digital. However, I have to read this digital since I don't read Japanese, sadly, and I simply don't have the time to start getting into reading Japanese, which is a shame, since it would be very much a great thing to be able to do. And that's volume 22. So yeah, those were all my pickups for May. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.